Namaste beautiful yogis, welcome to a YIN yoga class. Today we're going to do some YIN yoga and this is my assistant. Feel free to use this class after strong sessions, power yoga classes, especially after HIIT classes. If you're in a very cold room, please start the session with 5 Surya Namaskar, sun salutations, so that you are warmed up, and we'll begin. This is a YIN sequence. Through YIN, I'm not gonna do anything strenuous. We're genuinely going to relax and stretch. Let's start in low lunge. So you bring your right foot forward, left knee back on the ground. Bring your hands over your right knee and look up, extending your tailbone down or finding space in your lower back and alignment in your tailbone that feels natural and that does not compress your lower back. Let's bring the hands on the inside of the right foot, roll onto the outer edges of your feet, yes baby, and bring your left arm down, right arm up. Sit into that right hip and feel it. Now if you want to sink here, you can do that. It should feel good. Excellent. Hands to the front of the mat on the inside of the right foot, and we're going to bring the left forearm down on the ground, right arm up, spin your chest to your right. Excellent. Now feel free to bring the left forearm parallel to the front edge of the mat and just lay down here, roll onto the outer edge of your right foot and feel that hip opening action. Coming out of this, you're just going to bring your legs in front of you. Here I'm facing the back of my mat, whichever is the back side of the mat. And you're going to bring your right ankle above the left knee, allowing the right knee to open to the side. Inhale big and exhale forward fold. Feel free to bring a block underneath your forehead here and allow your head to rest on that block. You can also stack the fists of your hands and just rest your forehead on your hands. Allowing yourself to melt here. Allow yourself to give in. Allow the body to give in rather than resist. The areas of resistance, become aware of them and bring your breath into the areas of resistance. Where you're resisting, where you're holding on, where there's tension, where there is mistrust. You're not trusting that you will be supported if you let go. Find those areas because those are teachers. They teach you to trust life. Because if we don't trust life, we're left here to still live life in fear, when we can enjoy what we're given. Because at the end of the day, when we all leave this place, we'll turn back and wonder why we didn't enjoy it while we were here and it was so pretty and so beautiful. So trust your body to teach you those lessons of letting go and trusting that you will be supported. Allowing that tension, that build up of emotion in your tissue to release. Inhale, you can reach over the head and you can bring your right foot on the inside of the left inner thigh. Inhale, reach, and exhale again. You can bring a block here or you can rest onto your shin bone. allowing your mind to relax. When we're working on the body, we're working essentially on every level of our being. We're working on our emotions, and we're working on our thoughts, our mind, our beliefs, our patterns. We're giving ourselves a physical way of repatterning the body, rewiring, rewriting our beliefs. Because beliefs, ultimately, if they're not serving us, we have to become aware of them, face them, and release them. Everything we believe in, or all the patterns in our life, at some point, sooner or later, we have to stop and re-examine it. It doesn't mean that we have to drop every single belief we have, not at all. We just have to re-examine, re-question things, so that we know that what we are attaching to, or what we're living by, the standards we're living by, they're not just things we've adopted and we're blindly following, but they're things that serve us. And anything that doesn't serve us, anything that it's evoking fear, uncertainty, anxiety in us, we have to face it. And once we're authentic to our true selves, anxiety will vanish, because we will know that we're living in our truth, not in someone else's truth, and not in what was instilled in us as young kids, but what we experientially are starting to see as truth through our experiences, through our higher truth, through our intuition. As you exhale, feel your body just giving in, melting. Excellent. And from here, bring your left leg back, plank, down dog. And Sophie showing us down dog. Let's take the left foot to the front of the mat, drop the right knee down, hands on the left knee. Stretch here, creating space in the lower back. And you can roll onto the outer edges of your feet, open the chest to your left. Sit in the hip. Allow it to sink, maybe, if you're flexible. Coming back up. And let's bring the right forearm on the floor. Just experience here where it is for you, that it feels like you're getting someplace without forcing anything. Let's bring the forearm parallel to the front or to the edge of the mat in front of you, and roll onto your foot, on the outer edge of your foot, and sink in here. Thank you, Sophie. Thank you, baby. Alright, from here, just bring your legs facing the front or the back of your mat. It really doesn't matter. Legs in front of you. Bring the left foot just the area above the ankle, above the right knee. Let your left knee drop, inhale up, and exhale forward. Feel free to use a yoga block or a pillow or anything that is convenient you have around, and you can stack on top of your shin bone or by your leg. bringing your attention to the areas of resistance in your body and being tender to those areas, being gentle and nurturing to these areas. These are the areas where you are holding on to old hurts, trauma, pain. So treat them with gentleness, with tender care, kindness, understanding, loving. Be gentle. Don't try to beat yourself down and become flexible and push through the areas where you feel that you're not flexible, but rather melt, soften, accept. Love yourself through these experiences, because if you learn to love yourself, then you can truly give unconditional love out into the world. So when you serve yourself, it's really not self-serving, because we're learning to give. We're learning to receive and to give, which is the natural flow of love. And coming up, left foot on the inside of the right thigh. You can find extension, you can face the central axis of the body with your central axis of the upper body. You can face your leg and lower down. Allowing yourself to find a quality of breath that's unobstructed, that is free, and you feel lightness. So if you're not there today, don't judge it. Just notice the quality of your breath and give yourself permission to feel exactly the way you feel, and give yourself permission next time to feel free in your practice. But if today there is grief, emotion, heaviness, that's fine. Give yourself the permission to accept that as well. Just give yourself a permission to experience every emotion without judgment. Don't judge your emotions as low and unevolved or undesirable just because at the moment that they don't feel joyous. Their emotion is just bringing your attention to an area of your life that needs to reawaken, to be rebalanced, aligned, and oftentimes they're teachers. They're showing us the way to higher consciousness. So let's not resent any emotion, let's not repress emotion, let's be courageous and face it, because ultimately through emotion we'll grow. We have to be ready. If emotion is if some form of emotion is overwhelming, you can put it off for later, but just know that one day you have to face your emotions. Inhale, coming up. From here, right foot will touch your left knee and you walk your hands all the way behind you and lower down. and we'll do a few windshield wipers. So here we'll just change knee to inner foot or sole of the foot a few times. Just feel your hips moving here. Feel your joints fluid. If they're not, imagine them fluid. Opposite side. So we're bringing the right knee to the left foot, walking the hands behind us and lower down. Inhale, coming back up, folding the right foot in front of you, left leg behind you, pigeon. Make yourself comfortable here. Your heel can be either closer to your right heel, either closer to your left hip or further away if you're a little more flexible. Try to look at your hip bones, and both of them should be equal distance from the floor, meaning your hips are square and level, and your tailbone is a natural extension of your spine, so your tailbone is not tilted to one side. Try not to fall onto the hip on the right side. Try to maintain the distance from the floor, equal distance with both hip bones. And with the elongated spine, you can rest here. Again, you can use your block as support. And you can come back to the quality of your breath using visualizations. Now that we're stretching the hips and a lot of you are interested in chakras, you can come into your perineum center, first chakra, which is survival, security, basic needs. There is nothing that spiritual about this chakra, except for that it's so imperative to have a strong first chakra in order for us to be able to work on the upper chakras. So we need the physical, we need the survival needs covered, we need to feel secure on earth. We need to feel supported and safe in order to be able to calmly progress forward. So breathe into your first center, and as you exhale, extend the energy, your energy, into the core of the earth, and allow yourself to feel grounded and connected with all that it is, because we're all connected there and we'll all be okay. So allow yourself to experience this physical human experience with joy and security that you will be taken care of one way or another. Things will line up for you. And then in the second chakra, you can inhale. Second chakra is your reproductive organs, lower belly. So you can inhale beautiful crystal clear color orange. So imagine the most purest orange you can imagine and inhale it into that center. It is beautiful and important to heal this area, especially if there is any type of repression, sexual abuse, shame, any type of conditioning from childhood that brings about shame related to sexuality or creativity. The funny thing is that when we have been programmed in certain ways to not understand sexuality, then this reflects in many areas of our life, not just sexuality, but it's our creativity suffers. So always healing that area and allowing the energy there to be shining and pure, it can rebalance the chakra, and that can balance it either way, overuse or suppression. They both have to come to a balance so that we can express pure crystal creativity and connectedness with our lovers, where we can have a soul sharing experience through our sexuality rather than overuse, misuse, suppression, shame, and all those things that are so common, unfortunately, in our society. And of course, children are a product of creativity. That's our creativity. Notice the quality of your breath when you are inhaling in your second chakra. Oftentimes your breath will tell you how your chakras are working, where the obstruction is, where the fear is, where you're holding tension, where the energy is not vibrant and free-flowing, but where there is murky water, as I like to say. And rinsing the hip with crystal pure water, rinsing it and seeing how murky water is flowing out of the hip and into the earth. Cleaning up where we're storing all our hurts and pains and trauma and grief. Excellent. Coming up. And you can come onto all fours and draw a few circles with your right knee. Let's bring the left foot forward. Walk your right leg further away from you. Retouch or recheck with your hips. There you go, distance from the floor. There is extension, elongation in your spine. The ribs are away from the hips, lengthening, and we are going to lower down. And I personally am lucky enough to have a puppy back here. Again, inhaling your beautiful crystal color orange. You can inhale it from the back side of the body and bathe that lower abdomen area. You can inhale from the front as well. And just notice any sensations and feelings in this area, any resistance in your mind. This is a perfect time to learn breathing, unobstructed breathing, slow, deep breath. while stretching, communicating to your body that it is safe to let go and to relax, because that will also communicate the same to your emotions and to your mind, and it's a good way to start healing the mental patterns. Coming up, you can tuck your toes under on the right side. Come on to all fours. Take your time. Draw a few circles with that left knee. Coming on to all fours, we are going to bring the right hand underneath the left shoulder and bring the side of your right side of the head, or even the back of your head, on the floor, spinning the back of the right shoulder down and letting the back of the shoulder rest on the ground here. This is a good twist as well. Coming back to the quality of your breath. Noticing how your breath flows. Inhale, coming up, changing sides, left hand, palm of the hand facing up, back of the left shoulder on the ground, left side of your head, or the area behind your left ear on the ground. You can close your eyes and just give into the floor. Inhale, coming up. Let's bring the legs in front of us. Soles of the feet together. Open the knees down. Breathe. And again, notice the quality of your breath. Bringing your awareness again to the perineum, exhaling and grounding into the center of the earth. All these visualizations during physical movement will allow you to calm down. A lot of us in modern society suffer with anxiety, stress, impatience, and all these techniques, whether you believe in any of it or not, it's less important. Just finding techniques to calm the mind down will allow you to relieve stress and anxiety and even panic attacks in general, because we're learning to breathe and we're learning to stay grounded, which is very important. We're surrounded by EMFs, phones are always ringing, there is always Wi-Fi signal around us and cell phone towers, radio frequencies and so forth. So it's important to find ways, besides going in nature and removing yourself from all these influences, it's also very beneficial to find techniques within yourself. The mind is a powerful tool. And let's open the legs out, knees pointing up, ground your sitting bones back, flex your feet, pull your toes back in towards you, and bend forward again. Feel free to use your block to lay your forehead on the block. Very beneficial for the nervous system to just bring your forehead, frontal lobe of the brain down. Inhale, coming up, and we're going to bring the right elbow over the right knee. Keep your left sitting bone down and reach with your left arm away from your left sitting bone. Changing sides. Great. Slowly bring your legs back in together. Shake them and legs extended in front of you. Inhale, reaching. Again, either using your block, a strap, or grabbing your feet and placing your forehead on your shin bones or on your stacked fists. Finding complete relaxation in your pose. So if you're pushing a little too hard, back off and find a place where you can completely relax. Feel pleasant stretching sensation, a really pleasant sensation, and you will see how the magic will happen. Your mind will relax and you will become more flexible. Inhale, coming back up, and from here, optional is to go to Plow. If you cannot do Plow, you're going to do Happy Baby. I will demonstrate Happy Baby first. For those of you not familiar with it, you're going to bring your knees by your rib cage and hold here. For the rest of you that can, the neck is okay and you can do Plow. You're familiar with Plow. You can bring your legs up and over your head, and we'll meet with the Happy Babies in a little bit. You can bend your knees around your ears. This is a great pose for communication, for writers, singers. Slowly, mindfully coming out of this, keep your legs close to your chest, roll down onto your back, and bring your knees by your rib cage. Happy Baby, meeting up here. You can rock side to side. You can bring the soles of the feet together, reclining Baddha Konasana. Actually, feet are still in the air. And lower the feet down on the ground. We'll bring the elbows, hands by your sitting bones, elbows on the ground, and top of the head on the floor. For a variation of fish pose to open the throat center, you can stick your tongue out and just move it around. Lower down, reclining Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Stay here for a moment. Inhale your hands over your head, grab your right wrist and stretch over to the opposite side and change sides a few times. Great. Extend your legs. Let's bring the right knee into the chest and across. Keep the right shoulder down. Supine twist. Softening into the floor. Noticing the quality of your breath now. A lot of yoga works through the breath and through the physical on things that sometimes we're not aware we're attached to, or we're holding on to, or we're acting upon, or emotions or feelings that we are carrying around and we don't even realize it. So a lot of yoga starts with forgiveness and awareness of the present moment and the breath and the physical body, and we go layer by layer deeper, changing sides. Breathe along the spine, soften there. Let's finish off with bridge pose, feet parallel to each other. And you are going to bring your hands onto just below the waist. On the booty, press the outer and inner edges of your feet down. Yes, feet are parallel to each other, and stay here for a moment. Sophie. And Sophie is reminding us that she's watching over us. Today, I'll tell you a good story while we're in bridge. Today I decided to do meditation, and I went deep into the meditation with imagery, and I was in a really deep place when she started barking. So naturally you would wanna get irritated and think, oh, she ruined my meditation. But I told myself, oh, I have a guardian angel. She's just taking care of me, and I'm protected and safe here to continue going deeper. So she continued barking for a minute, and I didn't come out of my meditation. I didn't stop it. I didn't in any way backtrack. I went deeper, and it's just a good example of showing that the external can help you go deeper if you allow it to. Slowly lower down. Or I could have come out of the meditation and be annoyed and irritated and feel like, oh, I wasted because it was 30 minutes into it. But it is possible, even with external noise, to continue going, as long as you know nothing's going on and she's just making noise. And let's bring the knees into the chest, rocking side to side. Give yourself a hug and hold yourself here. Tell yourself it's all good. Everything you did was perfect and fine, and you're exactly where you need to be. And there is nothing more to desire of this moment other than being right here. And you can let go. Extend your legs. Open the palms of your hands up. Let your shoulders drop down. Exhale, softening into the floor, and stay completely soft and dissolved for the next few moments in Shavasana.